Hey everybody. Hi. I am so glad I got here. I wasn't sure what was going to happen today. I spent the earlier part of the day working on a laptop from a different room in my house. And so today, when I got here to my desktop in my living room, it didn't want to go online. It said, "Oh no. You're not connected to the internet. You can do other work, but you're not on the internet today, so you'll have to figure out something else to do." What we're going to be talking about, embracing your authentic self in order to literally kick imposter syndrome to the curb, because that's a thing. You can do that. Because when you think about what imposter syndrome is, it's really about you putting on a mask because you don't feel confident in your own abilities and skills and knowledge. You don't feel confident that what you have to say is enough. And so you put on this mask. When Oprah first started out, she had a mask that she wore because she was being an imitation Barbara Walters. She thought that's who she had to be in order to have a successful talk show. She wasn't getting anywhere like that, right? She had to change what she was doing. She had to realize that she had something to say as Oprah. And when she was able to be her authentic self, that's when everything blew up for her. That's when she became big. That's when she became the Oprah that we all grew to know and love. And thank you, Lorraine. How are you doing? It's so happy that you're here. And love it. We're working on that process every day to become more visible and being able to come out into the world as yourself, as your authentic self, gets rid of the imposter syndrome. The more you can be you, the more you can love who you are and what your story is and what you have to share, the more you're going to attract the people that want to talk to and be around you. And so then you don't have to be this fake other person. You can unmask the imposter, and start to step into, well, this is who I am, and this is what I feel, and these are my strengths, and these are my differences. And these things together make up who I am, and it makes my uniqueness, right? It's what makes me unique. And then you can tell your story based on your lived experiences and how you approach whatever process or service or product that you're offering based on your lived experiences from your point of view, because that's going to make it different from anyone else and how anyone else shares it, how anyone else can do it, because they're not you. They don't have your lived experiences. They don't have the things that you know, your comments, your skills, your point of view. And so the more you can lean into that, the more you can lean into being yourself and embracing that, the easier it is to get comfortable taking up space in the world as yourself. Because the message you have can only be delivered by you and nobody else. The more you get comfortable taking up space as you, the less room there is for the imposter syndrome to have a space in your life. And the more you're doing that, the more you're attracting the people that vibe with what you have to say, that love how you speak and what you have to offer. And those people are going to be your people. They're going to be the ones that follow you because you're speaking to them. And sometimes there are going to be people that can only hear what you have to say the way you say it. And so you start to break through, you start to get into the message, and you start to help them see, yes. And then they love you. And the more you're surrounded by those people, it becomes a positive feed loop back of you giving from yourself and them loving from yourself and you loving them. And it just becomes a circle. where you get more and more comfortable in your own skin. And when you're comfortable in your own skin, you can kick imposter syndrome to the curb, because that's a big part of what imposter syndrome is. It's all about you not feeling confident, not feeling like people want to hear what you have to say, not feeling like you're good enough for what you're doing. But when you understand that you're you and you're going to be good enough to be you, you're good enough to share your opinion, your thoughts, your feelings from your own self. And that's a matter of mindset. It's a matter of changing how you see the world and how you see your place in the world. And that's really working on your own internal dialogue, building up your own confidence so that you can get to the place you want to be. Yeah. Can you kick imposter syndrome to the curb? Absolutely. And it's simple. Just unmask the imposter. I didn't say easy. It's simple. It takes patience. It takes perseverance. It takes the willingness and the courage to face change. Because you didn't get to imposter syndrome overnight. There are things happening in your life that helped you be there. And you can change them. You can change them. And so when you're willing to make that commitment to yourself, it changes everything. It's about loving you more and embracing who you are, your real self, your true, authentic self, and knowing you were born worthy because you were. So I'm saying this and I'm telling you this, but everybody can get to that point if they're willing to do the work. And I know that the beginning of the work really is understanding and embracing who you are, because that's going to be what helps you become your authentic self and give you the confidence to step out there and own that. So I have a course. It's called The 10 Principles of Building Visibility. And it's all about helping you get to your authentic self and finding the courage to step out in the world and be seen. Be seen for yourself, for who you are. And the more you can do that, the more you're willing to do that, boom. Because we don't have to suffer. We don't have to struggle with thinking we're not good enough, because we already are. There are people right now in this world that can only hear what you have to say from you because of how you say it. And other people can say it and it just won't mean the same. Some people can only hear it from you. And that's because of your experience, your life lessons, the things you've learned in your years of living, the things you've experienced as you've made your journey through life. There's someone waiting to hear your message, but they need to hear it from you, not from the mask that you're putting on. Remember, Oprah didn't get anywhere. She couldn't even get guests to really come be on her show. So she decided to be Oprah and speak as Oprah and share Oprah with the world. That's the same thing for you. The same thing for you. And I'd love to see you out there being visible as your authentic self and sharing your message with the world. People are waiting to hear it right now. I hope you can see that. Hey, you're going to take a running start and kick it to the curb. I love it. I love it. And I would love to see you do that because it's going to be wonderful. And hey, friend, glad to see you here. This is all about just running with it. Yes. Take the steps. Learn to love yourself more and embrace who you are. Because the more you can be your authentic self. My wife used to say, there can be fear or there can be love, but they can't both fit here. It's one or the other. And the more love you have, the less fear there is to fit in there. When you love yourself and you love your message and you love the people you're delivering it to, there's no room for the imposter syndrome. So that's what I want to say today. I hope this message resonates with you and that you can really go ahead and get started on it. And if you need help, please don't hesitate to talk to me. I'm That's all I want to do. I'm on a mission to help you find the courage to be seen.